Hello, welcome to Izzy's Tarot. Thank you for coming to my channel. You could have went anywhere, but you came to my channel. For that, I'm extremely grateful. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a Cancer love prediction reading for June 13th through June 19th. Please keep in mind, this is a general read. If it's not your story, it's not your story. Don't try to make it your story. Just take what you can from it and leave the rest. In addition, please know this energy can go either way. It can be your energy, your significant other's energy, or someone else's in your love space. Keep that in mind as you watch and as you listen. If you enjoy my reading, please give me a like or a subscription. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much in advance if you do. I'm always humbled, honored, and very grateful if you decide to do that. Let's see what's going on with my emotional, nurturing, kind, sweet, loving Cancers. Show me, spirit guys. What's going on with my Cancer spirit guys? Show me, spirit guys. Let's see, Cancers, what you got going on. King of Swords, the Sun, the Chariot, showing up in your reading, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Well, you got this King of Swords that's leading your reading, and the King of Swords is a very mental person, someone that is very thinks loves with their head rather than their heart, and that's hard for you. That's hard for you, Cancer, with this person because you love this person, but they're somewhat. I see them as being somewhat of a jerk as well. I do. I see them being somewhat, and I don't know why I see this with this, but with this King of Swords leading this reading, I see them being as somewhat of a jerk, someone that can be a little bit of a butthole, a butthead. I mean, whatever you want to call them. I just kind of see them being that way. But yet and still, you love them. You're in love with them. They almost just have a strong hold on you right now. Something, and like I said, they're very rational. They love with their head rather than their heart. They're very mental. And I think because you're such a nurturing person, such a emotional person, that you tried to get this King of Swords to be like you. When I say to be like you, not necessarily to be 100% like you, but to love like you, to understand how you love them. That's what you tried to get this King of Swords to understand. And for a moment, I do believe that they really, 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 really did try. But the King of Swords, you have to remember, is very rational. You can't teach a old dog new tricks. You can't make someone be what they're not going to be. But here's the Sun card that's next to there, and the Sun card illuminates things as well. It illuminates good things, but it also can illuminate bad things. But the Sun card here, you had great joy with them. You were fulfilled. You were happy. But the Sun card also revealed those things that you needed that you weren't getting from this King of Swords. Um, it's not that the King of Swords is a bad person, but they're just a little bit. They can be a little bit harsh. They don't play in your same arena when it comes to emotions, and that's what I think initially drew you to them, because it's almost like you kept trying to get them to play in your arena, but they still didn't give that to you. And I think for a moment you were just happy with being with them because you were happy that they wanted to be with you. But here's this Chariot card that's changing everything, which is you. The Chariot card is determination. It is very much determination. The Chariot card is saying you are determined to do something. And I do believe this determination, like I said, was to get this King of Swords to love you like you love them, or to understand how you love them, to show how you love them, because they don't show that as well. But here's this Eight of Wands here, and that means you've had spirited conversations with them. In other words, you kept telling them, you kept talking to them, you kept trying, you wanted to be there, you wanted them to understand. Like I said, Cancers are very, very emotional people. You wanted them to understand the level in your heart that you had for them, the level of love you had for them. But they didn't. They really didn't. And it's not that they're not capable of that. That's not how they love. They love through their head, but you love through your heart. And that's a difficulty for you. Even though you love them and they brought you great joy, they just didn't give you what you needed to move to the next level. So you decided to walk away. Either you decided to walk away, Cancer, or they decided to walk away. If you give me 3 to 5 minutes and let me see what the spirit guides show me, I'll be able to, hopefully, they'll show me who walked away and what happened. So if this is your read, sit back, relax. A lot of people don't take the time to listen to the entire read and they miss the true storyline. So what you need to do is give me 3 to 5 minutes, sit back, relax, 3 to 5 minutes, and let me clarify the reading for you. Why is this King of Swords here? Show me, spirit guys. Why is the King of Swords here for my Cancers? Show me why the King of Swords is here for Cancers. Show me. Three of Swords. I told you this King of Swords, they gave you a broken heart, right? And I'm just saying, just simply because you're different energies, you don't love the same way. It's very important for you, Cancers. You know, loving and nurturing and kindness and all of that is very important to you. They don't love the way that you love. But here's the Sun card here. Here's the Sun card. Show me, spirit guys. Why is the Sun card here? You've got a broken heart over this King of Swords too. Oh, Three of Cups. You had a good time with them. Look at that. You had a good time with this person. Even though you might they didn't love like you did. They knew how to have a good time. You always had a good time with them. You were in love with them. Now, I do say the Sun, like I said, illuminates things for you. Illuminates the pros and the cons. And the pro was that you had a good time with them. You enjoyed each other. However, the cons are is that they don't give you what you need. They don't give you what you need. And it's almost like you were always asking, almost begging, especially with this Eight of Wands, for them to give you what you need. But let's see why the Chariot card is here. Show me, spirit guys. Why is the Chariot card here for my Cancers? Show me, spirit guys. Ten of Pentacles. That's what you want. You were determined. You were trying, right? Because the Chariot card means determination. You were determined to get a Ten of Pentacles with them. You want a Ten of Pentacles means that you have been through some storms with someone, and you figured that this relationship, you were hoping, I said this, you were hoping with the Sun card, you were in love with them. They brought you great joy, but it also illuminated things because you were hoping to move toward the next step in your relationship, the next step up in your relationship. You've been through the storms with them on some things, and you've stuck there with them because you're just a Cancer too, and that's what you do. So you stuck there with them, but they still didn't give you their heart. They still didn't give you their heart. They're still loving you mentally and not through their heart space. So let's see why the Eight of Wands is here. Show me, spirit guys. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Eight of Swords. And what did I tell you? Thank you, spirit guys. You are somehow, you're trapped. You feel trapped. You feel like it's something about this person that just mentality wise you're trapped, and the mental part of it is the fact that you want them to love you like you love them. That's just all it is. But your mindset is not releasing it. You feel like you're trapped. You can walk away at any time, but somehow you're not walking away because you still are trying to have conversations with them on how to love each other, how you want them to love you. And it's almost like I see you just trying to tell them and show them how you love them, and they should love you the same way, but they don't love the same way that you do. They're not like that. They're not hands-on. They're not touchy-feely. They're not like that. You have a good time with them, but they're still not like that. So let's see why the Eight of Cups is here. Let's see why the Eight of Cups is here. Show me, spirit guys. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Yep, this is all about a timeout. I'm going to say to you that I believe that they walked away from you. And the reason I say this is because here you are still trying to explain, but here's this Eight of Swords here, which is a mind game. Your mentality is still with them. You still wanted them to understand. You could have walked at any time, but you did not walk. But what happened is because I think you pressured them, kept pushing them, and it's just, not so much but you just wanted them to understand and to know how you love them. It was too much for them. It was overwhelming for someone that's a King of Swords. And the Eight of Cups means they walked away, and the Four of Cups means that they took a time out. They just took a time. It's a break. They're gone. This relationship has moved on. They have moved on from you, unfortunately, Cancer. Let's look at the beginning here. The King of Swords. King of Swords loves very mental card. Love, very steadfast love from their mind. Not that they're a bad person, but they can be sometimes a little bit of a jerk. But they are what they are. But they love from their heart, from their headspace rather than their heart. And here's the Three of Swords. They broke your heart because here's right here. The sun. The sun is a card of illumination, as I tell you. It illuminates. It illuminates the pros and the cons. You have a good time with them. That's definitely a positive, a pro. But yet the sun illuminates how they still love from their head rather than their heart. They have not given you their heart space. I don't even know if they're capable, if I say it, giving your heart space. Here's a chariot card here that you are determined. But you can't make someone. You can't teach old dog new tricks. You can't make someone. When people show you who they are, believe them. But you wanted to make them into a Ten of Pentacles. You felt like you'd been through some storms with them. Maybe you stuck in there with them. That it was time to go to the next level, but they didn't feel that way. Here's the Eight of Wands here. You've had spirited conversation with them. Almost like I see you begging and pleading. I'm sorry, Cancer. I got to tell you what I see. If you give me thumbs down, you give me thumbs down. But I think that you're begging and pleading for them to understand you, how you are, what you need, what your wants are. But they're not in that same mental space. They're not in that same heart space. And here's the Eight of Swords. You could walk away at any time. You feel trapped. You're not walking away from them. For some reason, they have you. Because it's almost like you want to show them. You love them, like I said, but you can't teach, you can't make people be something that they aren't. And here's the Eight of Cups, and I strongly believe that they walked away from you. They left. Because here's the Four of Cups here. Four of Cups means taking a time out, contemplation. And I do believe that they did that. But like I said, they walked away. They walked away, and thus that's why you're feeling like you're feeling now. I feel very emotional with this reading. So let's see, what do my angel oracles have to tell you? Oh, my angel oracles say healing energy. Healing energy. You definitely need some healing energy when it comes to this relationship, because it took a lot out of you. It just took a lot out of you, and so you need some healing energy when it comes to this relationship, because it didn't move like you thought it was going to move. You were determined to try to get them, but they didn't. They didn't. No, no. They're not what you need to move to the next level or to have the type of relationship that you want. That's what I have for you love prediction reading, Cancer.